Lydia Saint strolled leisurely down the sidewalk in her hometown of Winter River. With her jacket tucked under her arm, she was on her way to her best friend Bridget Boyle's house. Bridget only lived 3 blocks away from Lydia, and they had both made the jaunt more times than they could remember. Tonight, Lydia was going to Bridget's house because Bridget was having a bunch of their close friends over, and they had made previous plans to go hiking and exploring up to the caves tonight. The caves themselves, a system of real caves that were supposed to be sealed off to the public, were most easily accessible via K Park, a wooded public recreational area consisting of a park and a trail system, with a waterfall at one end that flowed into the small channel that ran directly through the center of the park, while the rest of the area was riddled with both paved and trail-blazed walking paths. There were 2 man-made bridges throughout the park, and on one half of the small river, the topography of the land was predominantly small hills, while the other side was mostly one large hill with a hardly steep bluff encrusted into its side. Along that bluff were numerous paths that led down to various, mostly shallow, caves. One such cave, located approximately halfway down the hill, but much further back, had been christened, literally with a bottle of Old English, as their official chill spot. They had even set up chairs and a small radio, and strangely no one seemed to have ever disturbed it. Lydia was excited. She had only been to the caves twice during the summer, and now it was already almost September. Soon she would have to wait a whole winter before she would be able to come back again. Lydia had started a new job last spring at TGI Fridays as a waitress, and the hours that her lazy alcoholic manager was giving her were horrible. She was always scheduled to work when her friends were free, and she absolutely hated it, but she needed the money to pay for school. It wasn't a good situation, but Lydia made the best of it, and right now she was doing just that, by spending time with all her closest friends and doing something she loved in a place she loved. It was a little after 5 o'clock when Lydia arrived at Bridget's doorstep, and Mikhail Slant's SUV was already in the driveway. Mikhail was Bridget's boyfriend. He was also 21, 1 year older than everyone else in the group, thus making him the official beer runner. Mikhail was an athlete, but he was also an all-right guy. Well, sometimes. He never gave anyone in the group any problems, at least. He usually even picked everyone up, and he rarely asked for gas money. In fact, Lydia expected to see everyone waiting for her inside when she walked through the door. Lydia didn't even make it to the first step leading